pleasant good day once again to my faithful YouTube fans across the globe. Those who are listening and viewing for the first time, welcome, and continue tuning in. Encourage your circles, your friends and family to subscribe to our channel and help us to build and grow. So as usual, we greet you in our customary way. I, Imo Rameses Bakari, from the magical community of Point 410 in Trinidad and Tobago, located in the Southern Caribbean. It is my desire to inspire you to rise higher. It is my desire to inspire you to rise even higher. It is my desire to inspire you to face any challenge that you are confronted with and know that victory will eventually be yours. It is my desire to partner with you to ensure that your dreams and goals can become a reality. It is my desire to continue inspiring you through our YouTube presentations. So the motivational word for today, as we draw to a close in 2024, is to recognize the power in solitude. Before you act, find time and space to be in solitude so you can reflect, you can refine, define, and then act after those deliberations. So find time in solitude to reflect, to meditate, refine, define, and then act so that you'll be more potent as you step forward to deal with the challenges of life. So reflect on the motivational word, consider it, and let it be a guide in your daily lives. So having shared the motivational word with you, we remind you again to support our work, right? And the work that we do is very important in terms of giving you that impetus to go forward. So your support to us financially and otherwise through our programs, through our courses will be most welcome. So having done that, the topic for today is leaders versus those in leadership position, or if you want to say misleaders, right? So leadership, I have done about 2 or 3 presentations on leadership in the past, and you will agree, this is my opinion, that leadership is the most important discipline in life. It is said that if you're a leader, you will have followers. If you're a leader, you will be able to influence others, all right? And leaders have the knack, for doing what is right. And sometimes those things are not clearly defined, but you can know, they can feel, and you can benefit from what they do. So we all will agree that leaders motivate their subordinates, and yes, they do. Leaders build harmonious relationships with their teams. Yes, they do. Leaders are not intimidated by the skill set of their team. They utilize it, they galvanize it, and allow it to work in the interests of their organization. Leaders are able to have a deep understanding and appreciation for the people that they work with. Yes, they do. Leaders are able to achieve results. At the end of the day, if you are not achieving results, you cannot remain as a leader. All right? Leaders leave a legacy. Yes, they do. And not a legacy of misery. Those who are in leadership position, those are the ones who oftentimes leave a legacy of misery. Many of those who are not leaders, but who are in leadership position, or if you want to call them misleaders, they not only demotivate their members, they not only demotivate their workers, they have the ability to accelerate the demotivation of their subordinates. They have that kind of capacity. They normally don't have time to spend with you. Those who may be elected, those who may be appointed, they normally don't have time. They are always in a meeting. They are always signing documents. Many of them in leadership positions are more concerned about procedure rather than about the state of the worker, the state of the member. Many of them are more concerned about the kind of office that they occupy, the kind of car company may give them to drive, the number of trips that they make. They dress the part, they talk down on their subordinates, and they call themselves leaders. I am saying those types of individuals are really in leadership position. They are helpless, they are misleaders, and they are not the kind of person that you must entertain or encourage to remain in those leadership positions. But we know we live in a world where there is nepotism, where there is corruption, where there is collusion that sometimes is not in the best interest of progress. And those of us with a conscience, those of us who know better, it is your responsibility and your opportunity to ensure that that does not take place. So in this presentation here and in the comment section, I would like to hear your comments by identifying any leader you may know of, whether it's political, economic, religious, whether it's in Trinidad and Tobago, the Caribbean, or the world. Identify them and indicate in your comments whether they are considered to be a leader or somebody in a leadership position who is increasing the pain and the strain. I really want to hear from you. I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I want you to identify them and indicate to the world whether you consider them to be leaders and why, or whether you just consider them to be somebody in leadership positions who are not fulfilling the mandate given to them, whether it's a religious organization, a political organization, or an economic organization. As we know in the world of business and finance, when people are failing, they do not entertain that. They move them out very, very quickly. In the world of sport, when people are coaches and they are not delivering the results, they very quickly are out of a contract. It's in the same way, any person who is just occupying a leadership position, who is really a misleader, must be removed and must be removed promptly to ensure that your organization is given a fighting chance. If that is not the case, your organization will continue to flounder from pillar to post. The organization will be sinking and they will be totally oblivious to that they are on a sinking ship. I remember many years ago studying a book called Managing Kinetics by Carl Dweck, and he said many organizations are brain dead and they just move along on their own momentum until they eventually die. And that is when you have people who are just in leadership position, misleaders, who really cannot really fulfill the expectations placed on them. And that certainly is not what you want to be taking place in your organizations. We need true leaders to be given the opportunity to lead, but you have the responsibility to ensure that that takes place, because your organization will eventually die, right? And when the organization dies, there's one less institution and there are greater challenges to surmount. To surmount the challenges we face, we need effective leadership through the respective institutions, properly designed, that can really take on the battle of development. So I ask of you to reflect on my presentation because, as I said at the beginning of the presentation, leadership is the most important discipline in the world. It is the oil and the fuel that will either allow our organization to grow and flow or to eventually die. It's a serious responsibility. So ponder the word, reflect on the word, and remember in your comment section, I want to hear from you identifying leaders or misleaders and give me the reason why you are saying what you are saying. Once again, remind you to support our work by contributing through the account information flashing on the screen, by subscribing to our channel, by contributing via the YPay and Patreon links, by partaking in our ongoing courses or purchasing any of the advertised books. Just give us a call at 1-868-778-5141, 1-868-779-2544, or email us at leadershipwithadifference@gmail.com. So I want to hear your comments on leadership. Take care and bye till next week. Please God.